Years ago, in a far-off kingdom, there was a hardened old man named Kieran who was a proud warrior and a respected member of the king's army. Kieran had a young son named Liam, whom he loved more than anything in the world. Kieran knew that one day, Liam would have to protect their kingdom from invaders, and so he decided to teach him everything he knew about being a warrior. Every day, Kieran would take Liam out into the forest to train him. They would practice sword fighting, archery, and hand-to-hand combat. Liam was a quick learner, and soon he was matching his father blow for blow in their sparring matches. Kieran was proud of his son's progress, but he also knew that there was much more to being a warrior than just physical strength. One day, while they were sitting by a stream, Kieran turned to Liam and said, "My son, being a warrior is not just about wielding a sword. It's about having the courage to stand up for what is right, even when it's the hardest course. It's about having the compassion to help others, even when they're your enemies. And most of all, it's about being true to yourself and never giving up, no matter what the odds." Liam listened carefully to his father's words, and he knew his father was speaking from experience. Over the next few years, Kieran continued to teach Liam everything he knew about being a warrior. And Liam grew stronger and wiser with each passing day. When Liam was old enough, he joined the king's army and quickly rose through the ranks to become one of the most decorated and desired frontline soldiers. He was fearless in battle, but he also had a heart full of compassion, and he was respected by all who knew him. Years passed, and the kingdom faced its greatest threat yet. An army of invaders was marching towards the kingdom, and Kieran and Liam were called upon to defend their home. The two of them stood side by side on the battlefield, and as they faced the enemy, Kieran looked at his son and saw a true warrior, someone who embodied all the qualities that he had tried to teach him all those years ago. Amazed at the man his son had become, that moment of awe would become his undoing. As Kieran stood there on the battlefield, watching his son slash through the invaders, controlling his men and keeping a level head through the battle, he felt a quick jolt through his body. Looking down at his chest, he saw the tip of a sword glimmering in his blood. He exhaled, and the sword pulled back through him. Kieran fell to the ground. Liam saw his father go down, instantly filled with rage. For the first time, he felt pure bloodlust. Liam abandoned his line, killing every invading soldier all the way to his father. When his sword ran dull, he switched to his hands, beating and breaking his way through man after man. When Liam reached his father, his soldiers made a circle formation around them. He held his father's hand as his breathing became increasingly pained and labored, Liam trying to hold back his emotions. Kieran reached up and touched his son's face, and with his final breath, he said, "I'm so proud of the man you've become." And with that, Kieran was gone, the light flickered out behind his eyes, and Liam broke down, crying on the ground. One of his soldiers screamed for his help with the battle. Liam stood up without a word and took his father's sword, leading a charge into the enemy's ranks. One final push to end this all, Liam crushed their morale with an unrelenting fury, killing any man foolish enough to stand and fight. In the end, Liam emerged victorious, and the kingdom was safe once again. Kieran's last words echoed with Liam for the rest of his life. The lessons he taught him in life and in death filled his mind at all times. Liam continued to serve the kingdom for many years until one day he adopted a young orphan boy to teach him the way his father taught him.